Yeah. And you want
Hello team! Happy sunny Saturday. It is scorching, and unfortunately, because the last couple of days have been misleading in terms of forecast, I decided to be, I guess, a bit conservative about it, a bit careful, and I'm wearing knitwear and it's very hot. Anyway, aside from that little situation, I've had a very successful pickup of some amazing balkan pastries from Doma, which I've been to before, and now just headed home, about to tuck into these. Obviously will take lots of footage. Team, I'm back home, and this stuff, well, okay, right now it looks terrible because it's greasy paper, but I picked up a good variety of things from Doma. So I got a lamb borek, which now I'm forgetting what it has inside, but it's like slow cooked lamb, and then it came with a side of like a kind of soured yogurt drink. Sorry, I had to push my cat away because she's getting curious with the food. So it comes with a side of soured yogurt drink. Now, because they had run out of lids for that drink, I basically had to drink it before I even got home, which is a shame. It's still tasty, but you're meant to use it as a sort of accompaniment to the beef borek, and you can sort of like drizzle it on top. Sorry, not beef, lamb. And you're supposed to drizzle it on top of the pastry, and that is a delicious combination. Anyway, I know for sure it'll still be delicious. And then I also got a veggie borek, and then I also got the cherry pie with a tahini cream on the side, and I also got the crunchy nut, which is a type of like very sweet cereal. And I say that because the next thing is that it's on is sweet as well, but it's a crunchy nut baklava bun. Now, I've had their sour cherry baklava buns before, and they are so good. There's like a bit of icing on the top. There's the sour cherry, bit of syrup. It's like syrup upon syrup, but I love it. Anyway, I'm gonna sort this messy hair and I'm gonna tuck in. Okay, this is the veggie borek, and I'm putting it in the sunshine just so you get the full effect. Wow, wow, wow. Look how tall it is. Okay, taste test number one. This is the veggie borek. Don't know if it's silly trying to do this with cutlery, but I am sharing this, so yeah. Oh my. It's so squidgy in the inside, like the right amount of squidgy. Mmm. Yeah, okay. Incredible. Yeah, I could never. I've decided to bring the lamb into the mix before I finish this cheese, my piece of the cheese borek, because what if I prefer the veggie borek, you know? I want that to be the last bite. Basically, whatever I really love to eat, I want that to be the last bite. I'm sure I'm not alone in this, right? Wow. Wow, wow, wee, wah. This looks incredible. Okay, now for some better lighting. In the front, we have the lamb one. Let's do this. I think it's like lamb sausage rather than slow cooked lamb, but I could be wrong. No, it's slow cooked lamb. Wow. It's also got potatoes in, which are like lovely. Okay, this is a big chunk of lamb. Okay, even though the lamb is delicious, I'd say that the veggie one still is top notch for me. And I'm gonna go back to the veggie one before I proceed with the desserts, of course. Okay, first up for dessert, we've got the crunchy nut baklava, which looks so good and just absolutely steeped in syrup. Let's do this. Haven't really gotten to the nutty bit yet, so I'm still undecided. Less sweet than I thought it would be. Still really tasty though, but I don't think, to be perfectly honest, that is something I would write home about. Even though in the grand scheme of things, everything they make is very good. Okay. I think they gave me the wrong order, actually. But anyway, I got the sour cherry baklava bun in the end. So unfortunately, they didn't give me the cherry pie by accident. But that's okay. I have had this before and can confirm it is delicious. I'll bring you closer to. Yeah, I mean, it's incredible. Figured I'd record it anyway. Why not? But it is disappointing that I didn't get the, look, in the grand scheme of things, it's the smallest thing ever. But next time, I'll just have to try the cherry pie, if they've got it. Or I could make it myself. A bit of a challenge. A couple of people I know that have tried this with me thought it was really sickly. And I can understand why, but I honestly love it. I find it so tasty. I'm gonna take a cherry as well so it can be the perfect bite, if it can stay balanced. There you go. Fantastic, nutritious, not at all, but fantastic lunch. Thumbs up.
Up close. Okay. Where's my?
From the back.
Okay.
Yes. I was shocked, like no one was on this like pure white sand, and then it's more relaxed.
No, I think that's why we take ours home. I like the soft waves. Morning team, happy London Marathon Day. Not even running it, but it is one of the best days of every year. I am going to go get ready for it, to go support people. Don't really know anyone aside from a few celebrities that are running it, but gotta go pick up some essential snacks. Well, shower first, essential snacks, and then find a good spot to support. I will take plenty of footage.
True.
Great form! Let's go, great form! Here we go! Go on, side! Steph, you're looking great!
Morning team. It is a Monday morning. I'm with the ducks and the geese again, and brain is rewiring and getting ready for the working week. But I wanted to just jump on and say, well, talk about a couple of highlights from the weekend just gone, which you'll have seen some of the footage of across 2 different episodes. So first highlight of the weekend was Sessa, which is in Herne Hill, that I spoke about in the last episode and finished with. It was delightful. I will say that it was quite funny because my friends and I ordered an asparagus dish that was £14, and it basically came out as 3 asparagus with like a sauce on top that was like hollandaise sauce. We didn't talk about it until after the meal, but we all felt the same way. We're like, will we be getting super small portions that are not worth the price? But after that dish, they completely turned things around. And look, it still tasted good, but £14 for asparagus is a lot. Even though my friend then spoke about, how asparaguses were grown, and it does kind of make sense as to why asparagus is expensive. But yeah, in the context of that meal, I think that it was the most underwhelming. Basically, the dishes were fantastic. My standout dish was the braised beef short rib on top of a fava bean puree. That was delightful, slow cooked, tender, amazing. And then, now I'm forgetting the name of the other dish that I loved, but it was essentially these sort of cheesy balls kind of, you know what? The name of it kind of is a mix between andouille and gnocchi. But now I can't remember what it is. Anyway, so these cheese balls were sat on top of a wild garlic sauce. There's plenty of the sauce. Actually, once we finished the cheese balls, we asked for them to not take the dish away because we wanted to keep some of that wild garlic sauce behind for bread. Those were the sort of top two dishes, but the dessert is worth talking about because it was this chocolate mousse, salt flakes sprinkled that brought out the chocolate taste even more. And then we had boozy prunes in that as well. And the boozy prunes, wow, they were drenched in alcohol. But the contrast of that and the chocolate mousse and the salt flakes, yeah, really, really great combo. And then the other dessert we got was bread and butter pudding, which is a very traditional British dessert for those who don't know. And usually it's got dried fruits in, like raisins, and it's like a very nice brioche texture with custard as well. The custard, obviously homemade, was delicious. The bread and butter pudding was not too raisiny. Sometimes I'm not that big a fan of raisins in things. I kind of feel better about them on their own. I don't know why. It's a weird one. But yes, Sessa was definitely a big highlight from this weekend. The other highlight was the London Marathon, which always is such a fantastic day. And I did speak about it earlier as well, but yeah, loved that. Anyway, my hand is getting sore now. Catch you later, team. So quiet. My theory is that many people will have gone to the marathon to spectate and or gone to activities outdoors that might have been a bit drunken, or maybe they're just having extra rest, but I have not seen it this quiet in a long, long time. Hello, team. I have finished work. I'm back from a lovely walk around the lake, at which point I was speaking to my friend who happens to watch this as well, my friend Harry, so shout out to him. I have sort of sat down to have leftover lamb borek from Doma. Now, I gotta be honest, I wasn't bowled over by this one. I loved the cheese and spinach one, the feta and spinach one to be precise. That was delicious. Loads of layers of like squidgy pastry. I know that doesn't sound great, but it's hard to describe it. It was very good though. This, however, I don't know. It isn't entirely doing it for me, and hence why it's probably left over from Saturday. There were two things actually this time around from Doma, which, you know, usually I'm a big fan, and I am generally a fan of theirs, and I trust in their vision and what they're doing. Just these two, and could be purely subjective, but two of the things, which is this lamb borek and the crispy nut baklava, those two things I wasn't a huge fan of. And I've had their meaty boreks before, and they're so tasty usually. I don't know. And I think what also kind of put me off is that I think I've bitten down on gristle twice now. It's basically like bony or like hard bits, like very small bits of bone. I think that's what I've bitten down on. I could be wrong, but yeah, it's just a shame because generally the stuff they do is amazing, and I'll still go, I'll still enjoy their stuff. But yeah, just maybe an off day, or maybe my subjective viewpoint is wrong. I don't know. I'm gonna finish this up. You never know. I might come back on here to say I've changed my mind. Let's see.
Shirt is Stephen.
It's Alyssa.
You reckon it is?
Yeah, it's Alyssa.
Thank you very much. Oh,
Help yourself to the condiments.
thank you. Hello team, I am back from my office day and I've been called upon some babysitting duties. Short notice, but it's local, it's no big deal. So I'm very lucky that I have some leftover dumplings from Saturday's class. Well, I'm actually making wontons, but yeah, frying those up really quickly. They have pork mince in them, I believe. No, chicken mince. I'll be honest in saying that the ones prepared by the people there. Lacked a bit of salt. So I'm gonna make a bit of a sauce on the side with soy sauce, rice vinegar, maybe some ginger as well, and some chili oil. Just add a bit more, just amp it up a bit. But yeah, and then I'll quickly head over to my friends and do some babysitting. Okay, the wontons, which don't really look like wontons anymore, are ready. In the sauce I have some soy sauce, rice vinegar, some ginger, and some chili oil. Morning team, we are halfway through the week. Good news is I have Friday, so I'm actually, sorry, oh my goodness, did not complete that sentence. Good news is I have Friday off, so it's not even a full week for me, so I'm further than halfway through the week. Oh yes, which is good news because today I'm not feeling perky or energetic. I actually feel quite sluggish and tired. I am happy to report that the babysitting went really well. I had a really cute moment with one of the girls that I was babysitting where she was being very chatty, trying to refrain from sleep when I could tell that's all she really wanted and needed. Classic toddler stuff. And it was very cute, very wholesome. She eventually went back to sleep, so I count that as a victory. I hope that all parents claim these little victories, you know, even when they're a full-time parent. I'm not one, but I very much felt proud of that achievement last night. But yeah, it was a bit of a late one. Didn't really get back home until midnight and then needed some time to decompress. So didn't go to sleep until 20 past midnight, which is very late for me, way past my bedtime. But then woke up early as per usual. I'm on my walk a bit later than normal. So, well, I mean, it's 7. It's not late by any means. I needed some time to get some ounce of energy, even though I'm still not there. So because I'm tired and sluggish, there's a part of me that really wants a nice pastry, you know, and you just want comfort food to feel alive again. I don't know. I'm considering it. Watch this space. I'm home to a very dramatic cat who pretends she's never been fed before. Okay, let's do this. So as you can tell, I didn't go for the pastry. I held back because last time I got one, it sent me back by over £4. That means pounds for those of you who don't live here. Must remember that not everyone knows that term. Yeah, that pastry sent me back over £4, which is a lot. And so I decided to refrain and thought to myself, what else makes me feel good? What else gives me comfort? I decided A, peanut butter, which I already had at home, and then B, bread. So I went for Jason's sourdough. It's nothing fancy, but it's also not £4 pastry. So there we have it. I exercised some semblance of discipline today. Hello again, team. It's after work. I went for a lovely walk around the lake. I actually did quite a few steps today. Anyway, not that long ago, I was talking about self-discipline and kind of giving myself a pat on the back. Well, guess what? I baked some cookies. You know, there's no claiming that these are healthy by any means, but they are tasty. So these are tahini, cocoa powder, and peanut butter cookies. Now, I put the first batch in for about 15 minutes, and that has gone a bit hard, but still kind of like a more crunchy texture, which is fine. It's not burnt or anything. And then the other ones, the second batch, are sort of more chewy, and I actually prefer this texture, if I'm perfectly honest. I also realized that I'd forgotten to put some salt in the first batch, so what I did was, when I scooped out the mixture for the second batch, I sprinkled on some salt flakes onto the cookies, and it's even more sort of accentuated that contrast of salt to chocolate. Anyway, very nice. I wonder actually if they would be good with yogurt or cream. Not yogurt, probably cream. Anyway, so self-discipline only went so far, but tasty cookies, contemplating whether or not to take them into work because they are not consistent enough. And I don't know, I feel the pressure of sharing my baking with people sometimes. Anyway, we'll give that a think, but I am also trying my best to finish Married at First Sight because I've had enough. I've had enough of basically half an hour to an hour of my life for several weeks being dedicated to this. And yet I've come too far to stop. Anyway, probably catch you later, gang. Okay. Scratch everything I just said about the crunchier texture. Yes, it's slightly crunchier, but only on the outside. Inside, I wish you could see it better. I need to get myself a better camera. I know I do. So basically, inside is fudgy, outside is crunchy. Ever so slightly crunchy. I think I will take these to work. Yeah. Oh, hello team. It is Friday. Happy Friday to me, as you'll be seeing this after Friday on the Sunday. But I have the day off and I figured I would do some of my favorite things, which is, you know, obviously one of them is going to a bakery. So I finally went to Brucan Bakery, which I failed at last time. If you'll remember in the last episode, I went on a Wednesday before work at 7 a.m. But it turns out that they only opened at that time for hot drinks and not pastries. And it wasn't going to be another 45 minutes until they could do pastries. So I decided to leave and go another time. I went today. This is so pretty. I don't know how they do. I mean, such great lamination, the folding over into the other layers, amazing. This is ham hock and cheese, and there's pickled onions in there as well. Cannot wait to try it. And I also got a sweet pastry as well. Full disclosure, this did set me back £11, so that's £5.50 per pastry. It's not little. That's how much things cost these days in London, especially for a small business. Yeah, I don't imagine they see a lot of that in return. So anyway, we are where we are. I'm excited to try this. It looks great. Right, test number 1. I have not even reached the ham hock and cheese part, but the pastry on its own, I think those are mustard seeds. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they are. The mustard seeds, they still give a good amount of flavor. It's very good. Yeah, it's not too heavy either. Like, it doesn't overpower everything else. Yeah, really nice. Honestly, if humans can make pastries like this, why are we worried about AI? Humans are incredible. Sorry that I've had this revelation while eating a pastry. Sometimes it comes from unlikely sources, but yeah, really good. Hello team, again. After that big statement that I dropped on you. And just to say, obviously I'm afraid of AI too. So, you know, if you listen to that and thought, yeah, okay, whatever. Take it with a pinch of salt. All I'm saying is that was very good. The skill behind the pastry was incredible. Yeah, really good. And now the tiramisu pastry. Look at that. I mean, that is gorgeous. I'm gonna give you a better. Look at that. Gorgeous. And just to give you another close-up, this is the filling inside. Quite generous, cream on top, and then inside the kind of spongy bit that you'd get in a tiramisu. You know, those like spongy biscuits that absorb the alcohol. Really, really good. Hello team, I'm taking a brief break and it's practically summertime. So I decided to walk to my local park, wearing shorts mind you. And as is customary, there's people in the park already with, well, I can already spot a woman with a bikini and a topless man with his swimming trunks on. There's no body of water near us where we can swim, mind you, but that is custom here.